Today, President Biden met Israeli President Isaac Herzog and reaffirmed his, quote, ironclad commitment to Israel. Much of the administration's focus now is about humanitarian aid in Gaza, but they also discussed the Israeli hostages still held by Hamas. Nick Schifrin is back with more.
It has been 403 days since October the 7th, 2023, when more than 250 men, women, and children were abducted from Israel and taken to Gaza. The Israeli government says Hamas is holding 101 hostages in Gaza. And today, Herzog says while the day after the war was important, the war would continue until the hostages return home.
Clearly, you're thinking and working about the day after as well, which perhaps should be a trajectory of hope to the people of the region and the ability to have our neighbors as well as us live in security and peace. But first and foremost, we have to get the hostages back home. I agree.
One of the most devastated communities on October the 7th was the kibbutz Nir Oz. Of 400 residents, more than 50 died on that day and afterward in Gaza, and about 100 were kidnapped, including brothers Yair and Eitan Horn. And joining me now is Dalia Kusnir, Yair and Eitan's sister-in-law, who also met President Herzog yesterday. Thanks very much. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing? How's your family doing?
Very bad. We're all devastated. We need good news. We need to bring them home. And this is going to be our key to start rebuilding our life.
And is there any hope? Do you feel like there's any progress being made at all?
I feel that maybe with the change of government, I don't want to go into politics because I'm not a US citizen, but I do feel that a change, just for the fact that it's a change, might bring something good. And this period in between the outgoing administration and the incoming one might be a good time for us.
President-elect Trump has criticized the, quote, very bad picture of the amount of destruction Israel's caused, but he's also said that Israel needs to finish the job quickly. Why do you have some hope, or do you have any faith that a new administration can do something different?
I think Trump has said that he wants to end the war, and if you want to end this conflict right now and bring a ceasefire, first they need to release the hostages. So this is my hope. As Trump and other countries involved want to bring a ceasefire, they should push towards a deal.
Until then, as we heard President Herzog said, the war will continue until the hostages can come home. There's still some 70 days left until the Trump administration takes over. You met President Herzog. What did he say?
We cannot wait until January 20th, the inauguration. We need the two administrations to work together to solve it. Trump and Biden and Netanyahu, everyone, this is an historical moment. A change can be made right now. We met Herzog yesterday, and he's committed to bringing a deal and doing everything he can. It's complex, it's hard, but he's with us, and he's bringing our voice to wherever he goes, like the meeting he had with President Biden today.
You say that Herzog is with you. He is the head of state, the head of government in Israel. The government is run by the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, and his government. Do you believe that the Netanyahu government has done all that it can to release your brothers-in-law and all of the hostages?
That's a very hard question. I believe they can do more. I believe the Netanyahu government has waited too many days, and they've put other things ahead of a hostage deal. And now that everything is solved, we want to believe, but we need also the US government to help bring a deal that Israel will accept and bring an end to this suffering of so many people. For us, the family of hostages, of course, first we need to see our loved ones, but we also want to bring time of being able to start healing for the Palestinians in Gaza. They are also being held by Hamas. I trust Gallant and I trust all the head of the security system in Israel when they say that now is a time for a deal, and Israel can deal with whatever implication it might bring. releasing those terrible terrorists from the Israeli prisons, but also withdrawing our forces to the border, which is not just bringing back people, is bringing the value of life, is bringing back security to the Israeli society.
You mentioned the suffering of the Palestinian people in Gaza. The United States today has indicated that it will not declare that Israel has been, quote, arbitrarily blocking aid into northern Gaza, where very little aid has gotten in the last few weeks, and therefore the U.S. will not block any weapons shipments to Israel. Do you agree with that?
I agree that the U.S. should be supporting us and not blocking weapons to Israel, because Israel is fighting. Israel is the doorkeeper of the entire free world. And the poor people of Gaza remain in terrible condition of hunger and starvation, but because Hamas is using them.
I wonder, finally, if we could just end with, what do you want everybody to know about your brothers-in-law, Yair and Eitan?
I want everyone to know that Yair and Eitan are the most amazing, huge hearts, that all they want in this life is to make people happy. And they are the most amazing uncles to my 2 little children, and we miss them so much. And we won't stop. We won't stop until we have everyone back home.
Dalia Kusnir, thank you very much.
Thank you.